Hello? Hello? Yeah, I can't talk right now. I'm sculpted. Okay. Welcome. Okay, welcome back to the channel. Y'all know I don't like doing intros, so let me just give you the rundown. I really want you guys to get the highlight and contour down. I want you guys to get it such to a size that it's to the point where you can quickly do it and it's involved all the time. And now you're just walking around the streets sculpted all the time. For what? Because I'm sculpted. That's for what? That's why. And you can mind your business. Don't do that. But anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Highlight and contour routine. We here. And I just want y'all to know that y'all can do it. Y'all can do this. So go ahead and subscribe and let's get into the video. Let's go. New little setup. Have y'all noticed that I changed my setup up? Bars. Because I don't like feeling like I'm in the same environment for a long time. It just gets really old real quick and I just be like, I feel like I'm not moving. So like changing my room around makes me feel like I'm like moving. I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna get into our highlighting and contouring routine. I'm really excited about this because I do this for every single full face. Like I always do it, and basically I always do a full face on this channel. So, I mean, y'all have seen this a million times, but today is gonna be broken down because I feel like a lot of people want the highlight and contour look, but they probably feel like they can't do it or they can't execute it correctly. So I really want this video to like help out because girl, you can do it. You can do anything I do. Honestly, you can. And so I want to show you that because it's not out of arm's reach. No, not on this channel. Everybody can do this. So our first step, you just want to make sure you moisturize and prime. I mean, obviously. The best way for you to not be satisfied with your makeup, obviously, is actually not being satisfied with your skin. But I just need you to understand that it is serious. Putting makeup on crusty, non-moisturized skin, it's blasphemous is what it is. You know, I feel like it can make your makeup look crusty because it's not sitting on some good old moisture. You know, you can take your matte primer and put it, you know, in places you need to put it in where you get oily, you know, that's fine. But, you know, moisturize your skin. I'm going to use a sponge today, and I'm going to take a foundation that I know is so extremely reliable. So the one that I want to use today is my Nars Soft Matte Foundation, and I'm in the shade Namibia Deep 4. It's one of my most beautiful foundations. I honestly, when it comes to beauty, this is probably my favorite foundation right now. And the photographing power is really, really, really good. All right, so foundation is on. Like I said, it is beautiful. It's just so skin-like, but it still has like good coverage and stuff. Let's get into highlighting and contouring. So today, I'm gonna use my classic, and these are my Nars Soft Matte Concealers. Now these are creams, but the technique or the strategy is the same. Whether it's a liquid concealer, kind of like your Too Faced Born This Way, your e.l.f. concealer, your L'Oreal concealer, your Maybelline concealer. I mean, the list can go on, but the strategy will stay the same. I'm going to use these today because they're creams and my placement will be so much more precise with my cream concealers than my liquid. So that's the only reason why I'm using these. There is no specific reason as to what's going to turn out better or anything like that. No, it's literally because my placement will be more precise with creams because they're not runny. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the shade Walnut, and Walnut is actually closer to my skin tone. It is a little bit more brightening. I actually don't go in with concealers that are my skin tone because I make sure my foundations are full coverage enough for one, so there's no need for me to add another concealer that is my skin tone, same as my foundation, around my eye. There's just no point. I have fine lines. I'm just not, you know what I'm saying? I get straight into highlighting with a concealer. And so this is probably a shade, the Walnut is probably a shade or a shade and a half lighter than my complexion. So it's really not that much, you know what I'm saying? But it will still give me a brightening effect. But I'm very dark skinned though. So, you know, it doesn't take much to highlight on me because I'm really dark. And so you'll see in just a second what I mean. I'm going to take a small brush here. This is actually recommended for eyeshadow, but because it's so dense, I like to pick up my cream concealers with this. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to pat it inside right here. Boom. right there, and I'm going to place that right in the corner first. This area right here is what I do not play about. I don't play. Okay, there's no time to play. This is where I want light, coverage, all that. Full beat, this is where I want it. So I start right here, making sure I pack that on generously, okay? I'm not playing any games. This is a full coverage highlight contour routine, okay? So y'all can have TikTok, y'all can have that, but I'll put it on, okay? I feel like in the beginning, especially when I started doing makeup on other people, I would be scared to put makeup on. I'd be like, oh my God, no, too much. Put a little bit. Put makeup on. Put makeup on, okay? Put the makeup on. What are we doing? Why are we here? No, do not take your little finger and dab a little dot. No, put the makeup on, okay? So you want to take that same thing, a little bit on the nose here. Of course, you want to take it on your chin. These are all highlighting areas that you want to bring forward. They call it highlighting because you want to highlight them. You want to bring them forward. And highlighting and contouring will be different for differently shaped faces, which is what we all have. We all have our own shaped face. They may be in the same category: square, round, heart, diamond, okay? They're all different. You know what I'm saying? If anybody would like to know what my face shape is, it's all of them. No. I feel like I have different days based on my diet, based on how I'm feeling or anything like that. I've been out and up, down. It's whatever to me at this point. So I just know what to do because I'm just so used to it. But I have a naturally round face, but because I've always had fat old cheeks and a big old head, you know. For real, you can look at all my baby pictures. I have the same shaped face and head, even with a little body. So I just have this huge face and head with my little scrawny body. But now it doesn't look as bad because like my body is like thickening up. Like I'm a grown woman, and so everything is just coming into fruition. So it's all proportioning and lining up. But baby, when I was little, I looked like a bobblehead. My body was this big and my head was this. Same head. Same head. I swear. So I like to not take things out too far, and I like to bring my contour and bronzer and warmness really in. I like to just bring it on in, focus here, because I have this out here. I'm not worried about that. Like, I'm gonna smile and you're gonna see, you know, you don't see all that. But like, I just like to bring it in. So this is a really good trick to use. I like to use it especially on my like pregnant clients because they're always worried about how thick their face is gonna get. That's actually one thing I don't care about because I grew up this way, so I'm used to seeing it. But for my pregnant clients, I like to make them feel as skinny as possible. You know what I'm saying? So this is pretty much where I take it. This is a little further out than I usually would go, but there are ways to maneuver that. So this is your highlight areas. This is what you want to do. Some people do take it here. I do not because I'm already rounded. So I don't need any highlighting out here. I may go in with a little powder later, but. So I actually went to Ulta today. And I got a contour stick because I usually use the Juvia's Place foundation sticks, but they discontinued those and they call them shade sticks now online, but they took them completely out of my Ulta store in town. So I can't just go and pick that up anymore. So I was in there today looking for something I can contour with because I know I wanted to film this video, and I came across the Milani Supercharged Cheek and Lip Multi Stick. And I got this really, really dark shade. It's called Dynamic Bronze. I'm just going to rub it here. Oh, this is actually like a really thin formula. Wow, I didn't expect that. It's fine. It's fine. And so we're going to go in and contour. Now, I saw this thing recently where people are contouring like really high up, and I'm here for it. Okay, I just want to let y'all know. But you want to contour right up under your highlight and hug that face, okay? And you're going to put some here at the temples. Close this in. This makes for a really nice defined forehead. And then you want to place it on the other side. And I am here for jawline action. So now we're going in with our sponge. This is highlight and contour. Yeah? Yeah. So we're starting at the chin, and I'm just going to blend this out on the chin. with the forehead, you just want to make sure you're keeping it where it's at, because highlighting the forehead is very important. So keep it where it is, exactly where you want it. I have it going upwards so we look more inward, because if I do it out, then we look more outward. So I just keep it up here. So now we're all blended here in the middle. Now we're going under the eyes. So with the eye, you just want to make sure you're using the same process. Padding, keeping it where it is. We are just blending it. It's so easy to take this down. Just make sure you try to keep it placed as much as you can while you're blending, so you don't have to work as hard blending later. Boom. So you got this side down. So to blend out my contour, I'm going to use this sponge, and this is the setting, I think it's, oh no, ooh. This is a contour brush by Real Techniques. It's really old, but I do believe they still sell these. But we're just going to blend this upward. So you just want to make sure, main thing with contour, take it up. You know, that's really honestly the main thing. Take it up, never down. Up is snatched, down is beard. And those are the keys to the land. Like, that is basically it. And you just want to use a light hand. Don't blend your contour away. Just blend it in place, okay? Don't blend it away. Don't lose your definition. Highlighting and contouring is all about defining your features and enhancing features, reshaping features, revamping features that may be gone. You know, it's all in the name of definition. I was gonna pick up the Fenty contour stick, but they're literally sold out of almost everything, and all of her stuff just came recently and everything is already almost gone. Like, I picked up her last powder today, we're gonna use a little later, and I was just like, it must be a sign for me to get it. I wasn't even gonna pick it up. I was gonna get a cheaper brand, but I was just like, I feel like it's telling me to get it. So using whatever you used for your foundation to blend your foundation in, that's what you're gonna take now. So you see how we have our highlight and contour. You can tell where everything starts. You can tell where everything ends. So the key is to get rid of that. Get rid of it. So we're gonna take whatever we use for foundation. In this case, I use the sponge, the butt of the sponge, and I'm gonna take that part and go in between the highlight and contour. So here is where I stopped blending here. I stopped right up in here and right up in here, right? And then I'm gonna take it here, boom, and then just to blend it in with the foundation down here. So now we're already a step ahead, you know? I'm gonna take my contour stick and I'm gonna take it on the side of the highlight of the nose. I usually always like to do the nose last. I care a lot about my nose contour because it literally changes everything. It's like the main attraction of my face, because my nose makes such a huge, my nose and eyebrows, I take it so seriously because my eyebrows are very sparse, and so when I put some on, it's like a whole new girl, okay? And so my nose is very flat. Thank you, Eric Chessier. So I take it very seriously. I don't have a real technique on contouring noses. I don't have any advice. I don't have any strategy for you. I do this literally according to my flat nose. So I can only help flat noses. I don't know any tricks or anything. This is the shade Biscuit. Same concealer brand, Nars Soft Matte, and the shade Biscuit. It's extremely bright. Extremely. I mean, I don't even know why I use this sometimes, but it all comes together in the end. So this is probably my third time using this, but I love the brightness that it gives this area. This is an extra step alert. You are not required to do this step to go in with an even lighter concealer. Insane. Like, you don't have to do it, but I love it. So I'm gonna take this and keep it right here. Okay, make no mistake about it. I'm just blending, never enough blending. Now that we're blended with our creams, you want to set. Now, I said it in the last video and I'm gonna say it again. Do not put any powder on your face until you are satisfied with how your face already looks. I mean, to perfection. So for the first time ever, I'm using a Fenty powder. I know. I really don't know how else to say it. And Fenty is not cheap to me. Like how y'all just be going out and buying Fenty. I be like, y'all know every product is like $20-something. Like every single thing. Like nothing is in those single digits or like the teens. Everything is like expensive. That's what I think about Fenty. Y'all is rich. I don't even know how y'all be doing it. I have the shade Nutmeg, by the way. Before you set, you want to take your sponge, blend out your creases. Get the creases out of here, okay? What the creases going on here? And I'm gonna take that and put it right in here. Dip your sponge, shake it off, and put that on there. Boom. Tap, 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 tap. Don't stop tapping. Do not rub, okay? That makes absolutely no sense at all to rub. This powder is gorgeous for my skin tone, isn't it? Wonderful. Okay, now we're going in with the rest of the face. Setting our chin. Pat it in until you cannot see it. I usually set each area with 2. This powder smells nice. 2 layers of powder. This powder is really nice. I just would like to say. Setting where you put your concealer with this powder. That is what you are setting. Your concealer areas. Okay? I should have picked up both of them. I should have picked up banana and nutmeg. What you want to do now is set the rest of your face, okay? So recently in my MAC powder, I switched over to NW48. I was at NW50, but I found that it worked better as like a bronzer contour moment, contouring the cheeks, but not all over. You know, it was a little too dark for all over. So I moved over to NW48. Best decision. I'm going to take my brush, and this is a e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. So I swivel that around in there, and I'm just gonna set the rest of the face, even over the contour. Because as dark as your contour should be, it should still shine through your face powder. I have learned it, and that is what I do now. Set your face, take a whole bunch of powder and set your face. You're gonna look 2 hours from now and wonder, where is my face going? It's leaving the building is what it is. It didn't even make it to the event with you because you neglected it. That's what you did. So why would it want to stay faithful to someone who neglects them? Why? So after setting the face, what I like to do is actually take a highlighting powder. Nutmeg is pretty close to my skin tone. It is a little bit brighter, but it's working well with my undertones and stuff, but I still want my highlighting factor back. So I'm gonna take the Neutral Set Powder by Ben Nye, and I'm gonna use this to highlight my under eye and the rest of the face. So you see even more of a distinction of a highlight and contour. So I like to start with under my eye, and I actually like to let it just sit in the corner of my eye here, just for a little while. And then I'm finally gonna set my nose with this powder only. And the beautiful thing about this powder, it's a really beautiful powder. Y'all know Ben Nye played no games all the way back from the 2010s to now. Played absolutely no games with their setting powders. They took over the world, okay? And yeah, they're still shaking the girls. So bronze and contour, I'm just gonna take my Morphe palette today. This is the 8R face palette, and it's very good for makeup artists. I always say that. It just makes sense to have it. I'm taking the bronzer in here, and I'm just gonna pat it right in my contour area on my upper cheek. Is do the same thing for every place you contoured. And patting keeps that nice bronzy effect there, so it's not blended away too quickly. And I'm taking the contour shade in here. It's so deep. I love this shade so much, I promise. Like, it's just, I'm addicted to this shade. And I'm taking that in the back of the cheek and upward. And I'm just going to place it and then blend it. This palette is so good. Alrighty. See that definition coming on through? Look at that. The chiz, baby. Almost forgot. Don't forget to take that contour on that jawline. You just want to really. And then I like to take my bronzer shade as well to set the contour on my nose. Y'all, don't forget to set the contour on your nose, okay? You don't want the sides of your nose shining. And everybody's trying to figure out why there's a shiny bridge on your nose. I usually like to take my face powder, run it across my nose. But y'all, this is a highlight and contour routine. It starts from the base, you know what I'm saying, from the deep. And then you let it rise. You let it shine. Highlight, contour, highlight, contour, highlight, contour. Are we feeling it? Put the makeup on. You know what? I'll give my remarks at the end. Let me finish up. BRB. Because you can do this. You know, I'll be right back. Okay, so boom. The way, see? I added a little glow to the cheeks and the tip of my nose and the bridge. You know, highlights. That is a part of highlighting. And this is the pop. You know what I'm saying? This is just the pop moment. But do you see what I'm saying? I just feel like everybody should highlight and contour. That's how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling very, very defined and sculpted. If you want to know any details that you may have not seen, just ask me below. But I didn't want to include everything in this video and make it really long because I feel like it's going to be long enough because obviously I'm chatting and giving you every step by mouth. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying. But the only thing I did off camera, I reinforced my brows, of course, because those were going away by the step. I tell you, it's just disappearing. If y'all want a new eyebrow routine, let me know because I do have an updated eyebrow routine. I double stacked some lashes. I lined my lips and I use this new lip gloss for anyone who cares. It's by Maybelline. I want to buy all of them because, wow. It's a lifter gloss with hyaluronic acid. And this is in the shade Pearl. You know, 001 Pearl. And it adds like a pearlescent shade to your lips. And I love pearlescent shades. I used to get the one by Fenty. But yeah. I think that this is a really, really good strategy. I did add some blush, which is right under the highlight. And then you just want to mix everything in, your blush and contour. You can see the chisel, cheeks cut. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if there's anything else you want to see. I love giving the tips and steps because people be telling me tips and steps and I'll be like, wow. But yeah, like I said, I love y'all. Please like the video, y'all. Please subscribe. We are almost at 1,100 and I'm just really proud. I'm proud of it. 5K, we on the way. But yeah, I love you so much. I'll see you on my next one. I gotta go. I keep repeating myself. Bye.